If you're over 60, walking has probably been the exercise you've relied on for decades. It's comfortable, familiar, and safe. Doctors recommend it constantly. But there is one form of movement that does far more for your strength, balance, circulation, metabolism, and daily independence than walking ever could. And it's so simple that most older adults overlook it completely. This single movement engages more muscles than walking, stimulates your heart differently, strengthens your core automatically, and improves your balance in a way walking cannot match. It is used in physical therapy, fall prevention programs, athletic rehab, and clinical strength training. It's called the loaded carry, often known as the farmer's carry. Research in kinesiology, geriatrics, and neuromuscular medicine shows it is one of the most complete, effective, and age-friendly exercises available. Its superiority over walking is not about intensity, but about how it restores the body's fundamental support systems. Walking mainly trains the legs. A loaded carry trains your legs, hips, shoulders, upper back, grip, and core at the same time. It reinforces everyday skills, carrying groceries, lifting a bag, stabilizing your body when stepping off a curb, or maintaining balance when your environment changes suddenly. These are the real-life demands where strength matters most after 60. The beauty of this movement is that it remains simple. You pick up a weight, stand tall, and walk. Nothing complicated. No equipment beyond 2 light dumbbells or water bottles. Yet your entire body reacts immediately. The core tightens, the hips stabilize, the spine aligns, and your breathing deepens. The moment you hold weight, your grip strength activates, and this alone is vital. Grip strength is one of the strongest predictors of longevity and independence. Walking cannot train grip strength. A loaded carry does it automatically. At the same time, your core muscles stabilize your spine. Unlike crunches, this activation is functional. It teaches your midsection to support your body while your limbs move, the exact skill that prevents lower back fatigue and the forward-leaning gait that becomes more common after 60. Your shoulders and upper back engage, lifting your chest and opening your lungs. This improves oxygen exchange and helps maintain steadiness when you walk over uneven surfaces or respond to subtle shifts in balance. Your hips and glutes also activate more deeply than they do in walking. They stabilize each step, absorb impact, and guide your pelvis so your knees and ankles stay aligned. This reduces joint strain and corrects gait patterns that otherwise lead to imbalance or limping over time. And then there's something few people consider. Your deep balance system, the reflexes that activate in your ankles and hips when you start to sway. Walking barely stimulates this system. A loaded carry forces it to wake up with every step because the added weight challenges your stability. Your body must constantly make micro adjustments that retrain your neuromuscular control. Loaded carries also stimulate your heart differently. Because more muscles engage simultaneously, your heart works harder without requiring speed or impact. This makes the exercise safe and effective even for people with joint limitations or arthritis. Now let's talk about how to do it properly. Choose your weight. For most adults over 60, this is between 2 and 6 kilograms per hand. The goal is activation, not strain. You should be able to hold the weight without leaning forward or tilting to one side. Stand tall with your feet hip-width apart. Hold one weight in each hand. Keep your arms straight, shoulders down, chest lifted, and your gaze forward. Begin walking slowly. Take controlled steps. Focus on staying upright. Walk for 20 to 30 seconds, then set the weights down and rest. Repeat for 3 to 5 rounds. Over time, increase to 45 or 60 seconds per round, while keeping the weight at a level that feels challenging but safe. You should finish the set feeling worked, not wiped out. That is the stabilizing system switching on. If carrying weight in both hands feels too challenging initially, start with a single weight in one hand, the suitcase carry. This strengthens the lateral core muscles that protect your spine and help stabilize the hips. Switch sides after each round so both sides of your body share the work. If shoulder stiffness is an issue, use lighter weights or water bottles and keep your arms relaxed by your sides. The benefit comes from the total load on your body, not from forcing heavy weight. Most people can do loaded carries safely, but if you have severe balance problems, walk next to a kitchen counter or along a hallway where you can reach for support. If you have uncontrolled high blood pressure, begin with light weights and shorter walks. If you have hand arthritis, choose soft-handled weights or looped straps that are easier to hold. Now let's compare what a loaded carry does in 1 minute versus what walking does in 10 minutes. Walking stimulates the legs and cardiovascular system at a low level. A loaded carry strengthens your grip, activates your core, trains stabilizer muscles, improves oxygen intake, challenges balance, increases bone load, and supports posture, all at once. This is why physical therapists call it movement nutrition. It gives the body what it needs to stay functional and independent. The benefits go beyond strength. Carrying groceries becomes easier. Standing from a chair becomes smoother. Walking feels more stable. Circulation improves, swelling decreases, and lower back tension reduces over time. Loaded carries also support metabolic health. Because multiple muscle groups activate at the same time, your body draws in more glucose, improving insulin efficiency. For many older adults, this is a quiet but powerful tool for maintaining metabolic health. For bone density, the effect is significant. This exercise loads the spine, hips, arms, and legs at once, far more comprehensively than walking, which mainly loads the legs in a limited pattern. Some people worry about spine compression. The opposite happens when technique is correct. The muscles around the spine activate to support and lengthen it, creating stability and protecting against collapse. The load is distributed through an aligned posture instead of being absorbed passively by the joints. If you perform loaded carries regularly, you will notice deeper breathing, smoother alignment, and quieter steps. The body begins to move as an integrated unit instead of separate parts. That is the hallmark of efficient, age-resilient movement. A simple weekly structure is often enough to create change. 2 or 3 sessions per week with 3 to 5 rounds of short carries give your body a strong adaptation signal without overwhelming your joints or your nervous system. On other days, walking remains a valuable complement, but now it sits on top of a stronger foundation. Over time, you can gradually increase either the duration of each carry or the weight in your hands, but never both at once. This slow progression keeps the exercise safe while still moving you forward. Balance research shows that seniors don't fall because their legs are weak. They fall because stabilizing muscles don't activate fast enough. Loaded carries retrain those activation patterns. They improve your reaction time by challenging your stabilizers with every step. And let's talk about something equally important: confidence. When your body feels stable, strong, and grounded, everyday life becomes easier. Stairs feel less intimidating. Crowded shops feel less stressful. Getting out of a car feels smoother. You move with the quiet assurance that your body will respond when you need it. Walking remains valuable, but it cannot address declining grip strength, slowed reaction time, weakened stabilizers, or reduced core support. Loaded carries do all of that, in minutes. Not to replace walking, but to outperform it in the areas where walking falls short. If you add this movement to your routine, even briefly, your body will adapt quickly. You will feel more stable, more connected, and more supported. And as those systems strengthen, your confidence grows with them. Your body can still learn, still adapt, and still build meaningful strength at any age. Loaded carries are one of the simplest, safest, and most complete ways to do exactly that. Better than walking, and better for the systems you rely on most after 60.